And
And we're
we're
back.
walking. What it do, people?
Yes, sir.
We back with another episode of A Whole Lotta Cap, you know what I'm saying? We live and in effect, you know what I'm saying? I got my boy Kev in the building.
What's
I give
going
you
on? How you feeling? How you feeling?
can't complain, brother. Can't
Yes, sir.
complain, man. Killer Kev in the building, you know what I'm saying? We back to our original nights, Wednesday nights, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's a shitload.
Lot to talk about.
Top
Lot on the dock.
A lot, a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? We gonna figure it out, man. Let's see. God damn, I literally got we got like 16 topics to go over, man.
Fuck with it.
Yeah, man. Shit. We want to start. We want to start. We will start off with a little sports talk. Um, CP3 coming off the bench for the first time in his 19 year career.
I love it. I love it. That's the only way the Warriors are gonna fucking win.
Right.
I only say that strictly because of the fact that you already have one of the most prolific point guards in the NBA right now with Steph Curry. Even though he's not a pass first point guard, him at a shooting guard doesn't make sense.
Right.
Only because you got Klay Thompson. I think if Klay wasn't there, it would have made a little bit more sense to put him in the lineup. But Chris Paul running that second unit, it works out. I mean, now you have a ball handler that can put all those players in the right spot. You got Kumunga, you got Looney, you got I think Gary Payton. I don't know if he's injured still, but you got them right there. That's a good offensive unit.
I think he's back.
Yeah, that's a good offensive unit right there. I mean, Chris Paul just has to understand, like, he's 38 now.
Yeah.
So I mean, this isn't 10 years ago. It's not a slight to your career. It's not a slight to everything you've done. Just play the system and make it work for you.
Facts. But you could tell there was a little bit of a issue going on, like, you know what I'm saying, like after the first game or whatever, where Steph was, he said some things in the post game interview where he was like, the coach is gonna really have to coach so people can know exactly what positions to be in, and he also said some other things. I can't remember exactly what it was, but you could tell it was a slight at a player who was on the team. Everybody else knows how to fall in line. So that could only mean one thing. It had to be about Chris Paul.
Chris Paul is known as a bad teammate. He's known as a diva. He's known as that
micromanager.
Yeah, a micromanager. Even James Harden. Everybody thought James Harden was a problem in Houston. It was actually Chris Paul. So I mean, a lot of the issues that will stem from that, from Steve Kerr having to actually coach and manage egos, is Chris Paul. If you can control Chris Paul, you'll control the whole team. So I mean, that's really where it lies with him. Just tell him to chill the fuck out. You're 38.
Facts. I mean, it's kind of it goes to show you like the mindset of a guy like Chris Paul, because to think that you could walk into a team that has 4 championships?
4 or 5.
4 championships. They had 1 before KD, 2 with KD, and 1 post KD. So you thought you was gonna walk in with no fucking championships,
just run shit. No.
And having lost to that team several times in the playoffs, and you thought that you was gonna be able to tell them how to run their show. Man, you got some fucking balls on you, bro. That is crazy. I'm pretty sure Dwight Howard would like to see those balls.
All right. We already started. Too far. We already started off wild as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, he was wilding for that shit though. Like, honestly, like you can't come in like demanding shit or thinking that you run shit just because you Chris Paul, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and nobody's gonna say that he's not gonna play with the first unit. I think coming off the bench will make a lot more sense. Now he's a 6 man. Now he's able to sit there and kind of dictate the second unit when a lot of the stars are on the bench. He could sit there and easily drop 25, 30 by facing second unit players. I mean, shit, that's a dream for his age and his injury history. I mean, it makes more sense.
Nah, facts. It definitely makes more sense. But what ain't making sense is Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? He's playing pretty good, but the guys around him are treating him like he's a 4th or 5th option. Like I've watched a couple games of his already. I've watched like 2 or 3 games, and every game that I've seen with this dude playing, bro, he doesn't shoot the ball until like the team's like 5th possession. I'm like, how the fuck is he the star on their team and they treating him like he ain't nobody? Like, shit weird.
I read in an article that Popovich is bringing him on slowly. He's not trying to make him be the LeBron James of the system, but I mean, so he doesn't have a lot of plays designed for him. Right. A lot of so if you see a lot of pick and pop plays, that's him, right?
Yeah.
Or him doing post, or he just gets the ball within motion. He's gonna get those looks, but he doesn't have a full set of plays for him. He's just kind of getting used to the NBA system and getting used to the game. So I mean, you'll see him get looked off a lot. There was a lot. I think the game against the Lakers, he was getting looked off. Like I think I don't really know that a lot of the Spurs players. I know
me either. The guy with the 2-strand twist, he takes a shitload of shots.
That's their star. Yeah. That's their star from I forget his name, but that's their star from what I was reading. So he gets most of the looks. Yeah. And then Wembanyama kind of gets brought in after the fact. So if they're doing a lot of pick and roll plays, or if they see the teams playing small ball, then they'll start feeding him in the paint and kind of working with him. But as of right now, he's not. They're not. Popovich don't give a fuck who you are.
Who the fuck are these guys on the Spurs though? Because like they
bunch of very good role players.
Yeah, they got a team full of people that I've never seen hoop before. Like it's crazy. Like they got this one dude on the team. Like he got like gray hair or some shit. Like it's like he dyed his hair. But then like so it's funny as shit. I'm playing 2K the other day and he goes to the free throw line. I promise God. I'm waiting on. I don't know that he has the ball in his hand because he's standing like this. And so he's standing with one hand up, right? So I'm waiting on his other hand to come up so he can shoot the free throw. Bro, he shoots his free throw with one hand. Yeah. I said, yo, what the fuck? Yep, one hand. So you saw him do that in the real game?
70, I want to say 72%. 73% free throw shooter.
Damn, that's better than Bron, I think. Like, that's better than a lot of these niggas. Like, with one hand. This nigga shooting that shit Bob Cousy circa 1963 style.
Yeah, man, that's Rick Barry type shit.
Hell yeah. Nah, but I'm like, I ain't never seen an NBA team full of this many players I've never heard of before. Like,
nah, they're really young. I think they got the third youngest roster in the league. I think the first is the Thunder, and then the second is the Magic, and then I think they're right there up there. So I mean, they got a pretty young, scrappy team.
Charlotte got a lot of players a nigga ain't never heard of either. Oh man, so we're gonna go ahead and shift gears a little bit. So there was this video that I saw that went viral of a man saying that men love more authentically than women do. And a lot of women had a problem with that. They was like, that's not true. But a lot of men was like, of course that's true. I think, what do you think? Do you think men love, the key word being authentically, do you think that men love more authentically than women do?
For sure. And I think the reason for that is strictly just because of the fact that when men love a woman, they have to basically women want men to like them more, right? So then that falls into love too. Like they want, like we have to love you guys more because there's a lot of baggage that kind of comes with you guys. But emotional impulsivity, the fact that you guys kind of like to dictate the relationship in a way, so we have to be able to withstand that and understand that as men and kind of roll with the punches. And so we have to give y'all grace. We have to be patient with y'all. So with that comes loving you guys more authentically. We have no choice but to sit there and kind of fall in love with the romance of the fact that we are literally in bliss sometimes, just because of the fact that women kind of want this rigid version of love while we just fall in love with the ambiance of love. Yeah. It's like, we know that our woman is sometimes crazy and sometimes get out of pocket, but we love that about her. We love the fact that she's willing to go. We
love her in spite of that.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, we know that she goes off the deep end sometimes, but that's my girl. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna talk crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when men have these conversations and stuff like that, we don't have to gush about it because we just know, like, oh, that's my girl, man. Like, you know what it is. And we'll defend her to the end of time. It's just that we have to create that in ourselves before we let somebody else kind of wean us to that. So I think that's one of our major advantages when it comes to loving women.
It's not even a question to me. This is a utter fucking fact. Men love women more authentically than women love men based on two situations that you cannot argue. If you can argue this, you just want to argue. You know what I'm saying? One being this fact. Women, so we got to break down the word authentic, right? Authentic means what? Genuine, right? Mm-hmm. Genuine means what? Real. Women manipulate situations and relationships to the point where they won't even let a man in their vicinity that doesn't meet certain requirements.
They're rigid standards.
Yeah, so like, let's say you are one of these women who only date men that's over 6 foot tall. Before y'all chime in and want to say like, oh, we going to this, like, there's 2 men that's over 6 feet tall in here. So it works out in our favor.
Right.
But that that throws out the authentic part of it. So if you're already telling this man that's 5'9" or 5'10" or 5'11" even that he doesn't match your standards, like then this, like you're throwing him out, but you're bringing this guy in that's 6 foot tall. Well, the guy who's 6 foot tall is 9 out of 10 going to wind up with you because the guy who's 5'11", who might have been more your speed and more of a matchup for you, you didn't even give him a chance. So you wind up marrying a guy and falling, and you might have fallen in love with him after all, you know what I'm saying? But you had to work up to that. You had to work up to falling in love with the guy, but he only got in because he met the prerequisites that you already required. You know what I'm saying? But you might have your perfect match might have been the guy who was 5'11". You know what I'm saying? Like, but you didn't give him a chance, which means that it wasn't genuine. You manipulated the scenario. Men, on the other hand, man, we don't give a like women. It might be. Let's throw height out. The woman might be like, the man needs to make at least $75,000 a year. He might need to make $100,000 a year. He may need to do X, Y, and Z. Whereas as men, we don't give a fuck. If we love a chick and she works at Dollar Tree, we love that chick and we do not give a fuck. Like, real talk. There are so many millionaires who marry women who don't even have a job. It's crazy. But how many millionaire women do you know that marry men that don't have a job? Or
it's minuscule.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often. I think the last time it happened was the guy who got out of jail and became a model and shit. Like,
and, I think one of the Tia, I think it was Tia Mari or I think Tia Mari, she married the guy who really didn't have anything going on. He was an actor or something.
Yeah, he's an actor, but he been working for years though. Like he makes pretty decent money. Like, you know, that was the narrative put out on him because he just wasn't as big an actor as she is.
Okay, so I think the narrative was he was like a struggling actor. Or he didn't have the same fame or the same monetary success as her. Yeah. So then he kind of took that. What's he on?
He's on All American right now, and he's on something else. He got like 2 shows he's working on right now, and he's like a main character, not a main character, but he's a recurring character for sure. I remember him being back in the day. He had like a guest role. I'll never forget. He was on The Game because that was he was actually her husband during that time. And he had a guest role on there. He was a cable man. And then Derwin like came home and he was like, yo, what is this dude doing here? He was like, oh, I'm just a cable man here to deliver HD. Man, that shit had me crying. Like, but yeah, man, like, but just the men don't manipulate the situation to only be around women that meet the prerequisites. Our prerequisites aren't really too etched in stone. If we like you, we fucking like you. We can say that we like women with big asses, and then all of a sudden we'll fall in love with a woman who is fucking petite and, you know, kind of straight up and down. That's just what we fell in love with. Women, on the other hand, y'all are more like, y'all are more or less gonna stay in line like a higher percentage of the time with what your core values or what you desire out of a man. Like, so we don't really do that. We kind of we'll bounce around. We're open to the idea of falling in love with somebody who doesn't meet all of our standards.
Should I go as far as say that when it comes to even proposing, I think men, they take so long simply because of the fact that they sit there and fight themselves to figure out exactly like, am I ready for this? They'll make those logical decisions and stuff like that. And with that comes the authenticity of them getting on one knee. I mean, like I said, nothing is 100% you. You're gonna have the men that kind of jumping into it just to trap or secure or to lock it down. But there's a lot of men who really take their time and say, hey, this is who I want to be with for the rest of my life.
Right.
They'll have those hard decisions. They'll talk to God. They'll sit there and ask their friends and kind of go with the flow and kind of see what's up. And I think that alone is enough, because if that was the case, if more women loved authentically, they wouldn't sit there and wait on their partner to get on one knee and kind of do that. I get the traditional point of it, and I get the emasculation of it. But if we're gonna really have this conversation, we need we need to be on level playing. Let's just be on the level playing field right now and just say, if you really love your person authentically, then get on one knee, propose to the man. I'm all for it. Listen, it is what it is, man. I mean, yeah. But another thing also with that is just that to your point, is that men will have standards and then totally flip the standard if they fall into a situation where the chemistry is flowing this and a third. A lot of times, men will say, "Yo, she came out of nowhere. I didn't expect this. I wasn't ready for it, but I'm happy it came." A woman will sit there and ignore it because something may be glaring. Like you said, if a person's 5'9" and she likes a dude 6 feet, 5'9" could be giving her anything under the sun, and here comes the 6 foot guy. 6 foot guy is a womanizer or a user, and then you're just going to 6 because he checks that main box that's a non-negotiable.
Right.
And then the whole time you're getting played, and then here you are with your cats and shit at 39, 40 trying to figure out where life went wrong. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, man, that's literally how it goes. I mean, hell, like what else shows you that men fall in love more authentically is just how it happens. Like when a man falls in love, we like, man, fuck, damn, I love this bitch. That's crazy. Like, how the fuck did we get here? Because we fell in love. A woman is not like when she falls in love. When she's in love, it's more of a, yeah, I love him. Like it's like, and then they can fall head over heels, but it's like they're not surprised that they fell in love because they already they put you in this box to succeed anyway because they kicked everybody else out of the box.
True.
Like, so
you could even go as far as go with the divorce rate. Women initiate divorces 72% of the time. 86% if the woman has a higher degree or 80 bachelor's or a master's. So men aren't leaving these relationships. It's the woman who's leaving the relationship for happiness or stuff like that. Men take their vows seriously for sick, for worse, or better for worse, health, poor, rich, whatever the case may be. They're gonna sit there and hold it down while a woman is like, I'm not happy. Even though happy is not even in the vows, but they sit there and they're quick to say, "Oh, I left because I wasn't happy." Nowhere does it say happiness is a requirement for marriage. I get that it's something that you need, but it's not a requirement. There's going to be some days where you hate your partner, but how do you work through that? How do you navigate that? How do you build upon that and say, "Okay, I'm not happy right now, but tomorrow, I'm going to see the silver lining in things." A lot of women are terrible long-term supporters, so they're not even going to fuck with you long-term. It's like, "Oh, I've been unhappy for a month. This nigga gotta go." Yeah. And it's just like, well, like a lot of men, they'll sit there and suffer just because of the fact that they know deep down inside, like there's a silver lining to the point where they lose themselves. If you look at 600-Pound Life, there was a guy who was with a girl, and then he was enabling her. He was sitting there and trying to love her, and then as soon as she got the surgery, and as soon as she started losing weight, he was like, "I can't do this anymore. I'm out. Like I helped you through thick and thin. I can't do it." You know what I mean? And I think it was just because of the fact that he loved her through it, and she just was like just beating him down. And he was just like, at this point in time, I love you, but you're not gonna keep doing this and keep acting like I'm the problem. So and I think with a lot of men in today's world, that now a lot of men are stepping up and kind of speaking out about it.
Yeah.
It's becoming more paramount that a lot of these men are no longer putting up with the master manipulators that we call women.
Hey, man.
We're not bashing. We're just saying, like, a lot of y'all just manipulate. Y'all really had to master manipulate. I'm talking about super spy type shit.
Yeah.
Anytime get caught up.
Anytime you can make it seem like it's the other person's fault, no matter what happened. Yeah, I wrecked your car while you were at work. But if you had to put gas in it, I would have never went down the street that it happened on. Like, right. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of master manipulation going on. You know what I'm saying? But
if you look up narcissists, a lot of women would be really upset because it really describes them. For sure.
Nah, facts. That's a lot of these women's favorite word. And like, yeah,
gaslight.
I think
master gaslight.
Master.
You'll sit here and then you'll have a real legit issue with a woman, and she'll be like, "It's your fault," and then you'll sit there and start thinking, like, "Is it really my fucking fault?"
Speaking of being somebody's fault, who the fuck's fault was it that Kodak Black?
Yo, listen, my nigga,
drink champs.
As a fellow Haitian, I'm really upset with Kodak Black because he could say whatever the fuck he want. That nigga was on some drug, and that drug was whooping his ass.
So for the people that don't know what was going on, man, what happened? Kodak Black was on Drink Champs with Nori, and he was doing an interview. Through the interview, he already can't talk. His I don't know, his vernacular or whatever you want to say, his grammar is just, it's different. It's that Miami shit, but he talks in cursive for sure. The thing is though, This interview, he couldn't sit down. He was up. He was twiddling his fingers. He tried to light a what was it, a blunt? He tried to,
and then it kept, I don't know what it was happening, but it was to the point where Nori was like, "We're not drinking." Yeah. If Nori tells you we're not drinking, something's wrong.
Yo, this man tried to light a blunt literally 767 times during the interview. Could not imagine. So yeah, so then Ray J goes online after one of the first clips is posted on Nori's Instagram page, and he was like, "Yo, we gotta get this brother some help." He tagged Whack 100 in it, like, "Yo, we gotta reach out to this brother. We gotta get him some help." I took him to Trump's house, and they weren't pleased with his behavior. My thing to you is, if Ray J was so concerned, why the fuck would you write that online? Like, why would you tag Whack 100? You put it on a page that's viewed by hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions of people. Why wouldn't you make a phone call behind the scenes to Whack 100? If you feel like Whack 100 could actually reach this young brother, why didn't you reach out to Whack 100 offline? Why didn't you call?
I see it as a double-edged sword. And the reason why I see it, like, maybe Ray J was trying to call this man behind the scenes, because like I said, Ray J's not really into that shit, because, you know, Ray J should have been put, and he's been pissed. So I don't think Ray J was trying to do it as a malicious maneuver. I think he tried to contact him, and Kodak was kind of brushing him off. I think this brings attention to the situation, and now Kodak has to react to it. Because if you notice, as soon as Ray J did that, he posted it. He was like, "Don't believe everything you see." And I'm like, brother, we saw you high as fuck. I mean, whatever you trying to say, that's cool and all, but now you have to react to what they're saying, because everybody saw it. Like my nigga, like, you about to fall over. You was giving like crystal meth box, bro. It was crazy. So it was like that. We don't do what the fuck was happening to fucking Kodak.
Right.
So whatever he was taking, whether it was fentanyl, whatever the fuck he was taking, it was whooping his ass. He was down by 50 in the fourth. It was crazy. So I mean,
yeah, he definitely was on some shit. But it's like there's a way to handle everything, and I don't feel like if somebody's under the influence of drugs or whatever, doing that is not gonna make them stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're adding fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because Ray J, for instance, Ray J is it's about to blow up this weekend, because I think everybody will have heard what was said, because everybody doesn't know right now. But you ever heard of Danny Boy?
Yes.
So did you hear what he said about Ray J?
No.
So Danny Boy is for people that don't know, he was on the Tupac song "I Ain't Mad at You." He was singing on it, and he was singing on the chorus. And apparently Ray J was at a barbershop or somewhere and said that Danny Boy was gay. Danny Boy was like, you know, "Yes, I am," but, you know, like, that's funny that he called me gay, because we didn't fuck around, basically. And he was like, "I could tell you about a lot of people that are also gay." And he was like, "Yeah, Ray J is one of them." And so it was like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you start thinking about all the shit that Ray J had said over the years, like, he got the booty goons, like, he actually told Fabulous that. Yeah, so I mean, it's like, and it's not his first time.
I remember that, because Fabulous didn't leave the house for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Ray J has a show coming out that features only trans people. It's a trans reality show, and it gets you to thinking. It's like, you know, like it's like
him and Dwight Howard in the same room.
What? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was Ray J Kitty?
How is Ray J Kitty?
Might be, man. Ray J might be Kitty. You know what I'm saying?
Was One Wish really about a man?
If I had one dick. Wait.
Yo, I mean, I don't know. That's one thing about one thing I've learned over the years is that, like, if you're throwing stones, always make sure your house is made out of stone too. Because, I mean, if your house is made out of glass, you're gonna get got, bro. Like, I mean, it only takes one room. It don't even have to be true at this point. They're gonna run with it.
It don't, man. It's the information age, man. Everything is on the internet. So, like, with that shit coming out, it's like, yo, I mean, like I said, this shit just, like, hit the airwaves yesterday. So by this weekend, I'm pretty sure it would have been circulated. And, you know,
right now we talking about Keith Lee. Yo, shout out to Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
Shout the fuck out.
Shout out to Keith Lee.
Usher can wait till Saturday. We talking about how Keith Lee single-handedly took down the monster that is Atlanta restaurant. for sure. Okay, you had Cardi B, singing praises about this man, how he single-handedly came in and told niggas to shape up. We're tired of the grass walls. We're tired of the neon lights. We're tired of the $65 lamb chops. We tired of it.
Fat Candy, bring your ass to the front of the congregation. I do not like her response. Did you see her response?
Her response is basically, it's a very, listen, whoever wrote that needs a raise. And
bro, she only addressed the part that made sense.
Yeah.
So she
because you know
the other part she just left off. She only said that, hey, we don't take walk-ins or we don't take call-in orders on the weekends. Everybody understands that. It makes sense. Keith Lee should have fucking understood that too.
He did.
But the part where he had a problem was like, yo, you just had my mother them about to wait an hour and a half for a table that you clearly already had because you was about to take me right to the fucking table. Why? I don't want preferential treatment. And it just shows that you guys could be servicing more people, but you just don't. You know
and that's the problem with Atlanta restaurants. Atlanta wants to be New York so bad, and I hate it. And it's just like I get it. You know, a lot of these restaurants, it is what it is. They're gonna do it. You know, they're gonna be superficial. They're gonna act like there's a super duper wait. The whole time they're just purposely making it look like it's crowded. And you be looking, there be tables empty for days. So it's just like that's just what Atlanta is at this point. And I think what he brought to light was just a nasty problem where a lot of these restaurants really think that they're above reproach. He came in, listen, like I said, he's a human first.
Yeah.
And he understood that a lot of these restaurants, they don't, they have their rules, they have their scenarios and this and that, which is cool. But I mean, it's egregious at this point.
Not for real. We have the worst restaurant hours in the entire country.
Oh, for sure.
We got so many restaurants here in Atlanta that don't open up until Wednesday afternoon.
At 10 o'clock. Yeah, then you got some that open up at 4 p.m. And I'm like, this shit is ridiculous.
Yeah. If it's somewhere that you like and you've ate at before and you just happen to show up at a time that worked out for you, and then the following week you're like, hey, I want to go back to that place I went to last week or a couple weeks ago, and you try to go on a Monday morning or a Monday afternoon, that shit is closed and they're not opening up until Wednesday, Tuesday at best.
Cardi said, well, who the fuck is closed on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock?
Yeah,
that's a weird time to be closed. I mean, listen, I agree with it. I think a lot of times it's just like because the clubs became so posh, and then it was like, oh, $60 to get in. They turn the restaurants to fucking clubs. Like, don't twerk next to my fucking food, bro. I need you to twerk here on my steak. It's shit crazy.
No ass crumbs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, that's the health department. I call the health department real quick. Yo, twerking next to my.
I'm not blaming the clubs for this shit, though. I'm blaming. This is COVID.
You got it.
This is COVID. Before COVID, this was not the norm. Literally, they found out that they can make the exact same amount of money in shorter amount of time. And all of these clubs and all these restaurants and definitely department stores like Walmart and shit, like they all just started shutting down at certain like Walmart used to be 24 hours all over the city. Now it's got to the point where Walmart closes, like all of them. I think
promptly at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's like it's annoying as fuck. Like like now you with a chick. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You ain't got no rubbers, and you need to run to the store. Like where the fuck are you going now? Like
gas station.
Yeah, and hope, and you gotta hope
a rhino pill and have a time.
Not a rhino pill. You gotta hope they got what you need on deck. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I mean, listen, I think, like I said, COVID changed a lot of our practices. I mean, we had no choice. We were living in a time where it was unprecedented. We never went through it. But I mean, listen, COVID's done. So a lot of the old rules and shit like that need to go away. If I see a DJ in the food spot, I'm walking the fuck out. Grass walls on the food spot, walk the fuck out. Stop taking this abuse, people. Just don't go. Take your ass to Alpharetta. Alpharetta got all the fire.
They do got a lot of shit out there.
Okay, listen. I'm all for black businesses, but listen, you're not gonna charge me $65 for steak. And the steak ain't even cooked. You ain't the presentation. Like you just threw it on the fucking I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah. I'm just not. And I thank God for that man Keith Lee. God bless him because he came in and he really changed the outlook. You got food never tasted so good, man. Like Keith Lee got these niggas scared because put your name as Keith Lee on the DoorDash order. Food gonna be great.
Damn.
Food gonna be great. You're gonna get hot, fresh wings. Listen, they might even the owner might even bring it to your fucking door. Like that's how good.
I don't know if you
we
want
got it right now.
I don't know if you want the owner showing up to your door.
Yo, listen, at
in
this
Atlanta.
point, fuck it. It is what it is,
You
man.
want that
like
in
I
Atlanta?
said, Keith Lee done changed the outlook.
You're gonna have Kid E showing up to your door.
Speaking
Speaking of Kitty, do you think that Dwight Howard coming out would be such a bad thing at this point?
No, but I think it's just because of how he's handling it is making it worse. The jokes are writing themselves at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think the problem is this, right? We live in a world where you can be whatever you want. You can be a dog, you can be a cat, you could be a soldier, you could be a Power Ranger, right? We don't care, right? As long as you're happy, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Dwight handling it, it's like you're almost embarrassed to do it, but you admitted that you are. Listen, we don't give a fuck what you do. Mace, listen, aside from Mace said we care about it. I get it. But listen, I don't give a fuck what you do, bro. Like, but don't make it seem like we're weird because you put it in on the forefront, like, well, your disposition did, and now we're asking you questions about it, and you're getting upset at it. You put it out there, bro, and you said unequivocally, I don't give a fuck. I do what I want to do. Yeah. What does that mean? Because you got to understand, especially where you're at, right? Like, the world's a real small place, man. We might be Eskimo brothers with a lot of celebrities that we don't even fucking realize. And you're moving insane. And you're not even telling people how you're moving, right? The disposition had to tell us that you were moving crazy. Right. So now here we are, right? Having a good time. We find out Dwight Howard's out here moving maliciously. So it's like, malicious. It's like, damn, son. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now we got to be super careful. We already got to be careful because, motherfuckers is undercover. Now we got to be extra careful because celebrities are sitting there lying like we don't fucking know. Be who the fuck you are. Just let us know at this point. If you listen, you can't be gay, bro. It's okay. Listen, it's okay.
Hey man, he stands to gain so much by just coming out of the closet. And he is going to be the man for that community. Like he's going to get so many endorsements. Ex-NBA player that was super physical, by the way. So that goes against all of the stereotypes of you not being man enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that in the best way possible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then he's TikToking through the allegations. Sir,
he shot one where he was just biting his finger.
Typing mad fast, and then there's another one where he was making weird faces, and then he was just smiling in the camera, bro. Just tell it, the jokes. Listen, the jokes.
I mean, by not actually saying yes or no, you're actually telling us that it's yes.
Oh,
sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we're at the point now where it's just like we have endless amount of jokes.
I think it's about his kids at this point, though. He got a shitload of kids.
Speaking of jokes, since we go talk about basketball, Paul George went as Where's Waldo, and let me tell you, by May, the jokes will write them fucking. Letting y'all niggas know, right? You heard it here first. By May, Where's Paul George jokes will be great because he literally dressed as Where's Waldo. I can't wait for it. Look, he already foreshadowed. He told us from jump, he ain't showing up. You gotta find the nigga.
I don't know though, because he got James Harden on his team too, so that's like two guys who pretty much could have both been Waldo. So you know what I'm saying? Or where's Waldo? Where? I don't know. Like it's gonna be who. This is fucked up, man.
Trade. And the reason why I hate that trade is because none of them niggas is playing together. Just like with the Suns, none of them niggas is playing together. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the Clippers. Listen, Kawhi Leonard said, "Y'all got James Harden? Put me down for 30 games missed." Automatically. You don't even look for this nigga to be on the court. Man, he's like Harden.
What you think about the trade, the Harden and Clippers trade?
Terrible.
Because Harden was my favorite player for years. I ain't gonna lie. So
this is 5 years ago. I love the trade.
Why is it terrible? What did they lose? They didn't really lose shit.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? James Harden really got traded for a 7th grader and Nick Batum. Okay, and Nick Batum.
And then they got PJ Tucker too in their trade. So
PJ Tucker's probably the highlight of the deal because you get a defensive player who can get in somebody's head. He's nothing more than a light-skinned Kevin Garnett. I respect it.
If Westbrook is your point guard, the guy who's handling the ball for your squad, you are fucking doomed. So
first of all, I don't like Westbrook slander. First, Westbrook.
Hey, it's just the truth.
At this point in his career, I think Westbrook has learned that. I think the Lakers have humbled him to the point where Westbrook doesn't care if he comes off the bench, if he starts. He's just happy to be there. Hey, now. Man. At this point, it's like this. If you have...
Show us you can win. He's been having a lot of support lately.
Listen,
Kenyon Martin was acting like this nigga was Jason Kidd yesterday.
And listen, Kenyon Martin was smart as fuck for saying that because the way we're not going to shit on Westbrook because Westbrook gave us 6 years of fucking triple double stuff. Okay.
Oh, how many wins did that equate to?
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
That's what it's about.
Triple double.
So if it's not about wins,
we never saw before.
If it's not about wins, Earl Boykins is the best point guard of all time. Man. What are we talking about?
I hate to do that.
Like, so what are we talking about? Hey man, if we just talking about stats, then Monte Ellis is one of the greatest of all time. If we just talking stats, what's up, man?
Russell Westbrook has been used incorrectly probably 80% of his career.
That's because he makes horrible decisions with the ball in his hand. He is a turnover machine.
He's a turnover
There's times where he makes it a one-on-one game, and typically when he does that, he loses the battle. Whether it's to Dame Lillard, whether it's to fucking Patrick Beverly, whether it's to like anybody that he goes at.
He spoils him. I think they made him feel like he was the man because they really didn't build around him. It really was just Russell Westbrook. And then a bunch of players, and I think that's what it was. And no disrespect to Adams, no disrespect to Melo, but I think after everybody left, right? You got an aging, when they brought in Melo and George was, I think that was probably the best combination they had after Durant left.
And everybody wanted to leave a nigga. It was
George and Westbrook because Westbrook at this point, Westbrook gets into that mentality when he puts his head down. You might as well just get out the way. And I think that was his problem, is that nobody really sat him down and said, "Slow the fuck down and kind of look out." I think his basketball IQ is there, but it's not a LeBron IQ. It's not a Butler IQ.
You know what? I do agree with you on one thing that you said, though. They should have built around Westbrook. Like, the Thunder really should have built around him. They should have built a wall around this nigga Trump style, and then they should have left. Like, that's what the fuck they should have did. Because this nigga, his decision making is terrible.
Westbrook is at the twilight of his career. It's a very great career. I don't say he's I don't say he's a first ballot. I say he's a second ballot.
No, he definitely first ballot. It's the basketball Hall of Fame. It's not football. So like basketball.
I think Westbrook will get a lot of flack because of Houston and because of the Lakers.
James is a better decision maker with the ball in his hand.
So and then Westbrook comes off the bench. You move Harden to the 5.
And you don't need Harden. You mean to the 1?
I'm sorry, the 1. Excuse me.
So you don't need Harden to score as much as he did a few years ago in Houston. Which is perfect for him. So now you're playing off of him. He's still knocking threes down left and right. I want to say Harden is like number 7 off the bench. I think Harden is number 7 all time, like on the 3-point shooting list. He's in the top 10 for sure. I just saw him.
And I think he's number 3 in active in terms of total 3 points made.
Yeah, because he's way in front of Clay, and I was like, damn, Clay got a while to go. Like,
because he missed that. I think the season and a half.
He did.
So I mean, listen. Westbrook needs to come off the bench and be the best 6 man he's ever been in his whole entire life. I think now that we bring in Harden. Harden moves to the 1. You move. You got KG. You got Kawhi. At this point, and then you got PJ Tucker. Now George can move to the 2.
Yeah.
And then you can put Kawhi at small forward. Put PJ Tucker power forward center.
So how do you
play off each other? And then remind me all of them there. You can move PJ Tucker to the 5.
Remind me again, how do you agree with Kenyon Martin when you're saying the exact opposite of what he was saying? He was saying start Westbrook.
No. I say there's not 75 players better than Russell Westbrook.
I wasn't talking about that point. He was talking.
That's what I'm talking about. Also, if I'm
talking about all time or you talking about right now? Okay, all time. Yeah.
If I am Ty Lue,
you believe that?
That there's 75 players.
That there's not 75 players better than Westbrook all time.
Currently, right
all
now.
Time.
Currently, I'm sorry. I'm talking about when he was talking about the ESPN rank. Excuse me, not the all time.
Okay, got
Don't kill me.
Okay, I was about to say.
Excuse me.
It might be.
It might be about 100.
Yeah, it might be.
No, but talking about like when I think ESPN ranked him 94. 94 they ranked him. I think, and then Kenyon Martin went off. Like there's not 94 players better.
That list was just ass.
Yeah, it was.
We'll address that list at a later date. That was fucking crazy. Ja Morant was 35 on that list.
Yeah, I hate that list. But if I'm Ty Lue, right?
Yeah.
Ty Lue, he has a really good opportunity, right? Healthy. We're not talking about healthy.
Yeah.
If I'm him, Harden is my point guard.
Okay.
Paul George is my shooting guard. Leonard is my small forward. PJ Tucker can bounce between the power forward or center. And then you got, I think it's Zubac.
Yeah,
Zubac can be a 5. So you can be a 5 or the 4, playoff, whatever, how you want to do, because he has a post game and he has a mid range game. So PJ Tucker and Zubac kind of interchange.
For sure.
But that's my lineup, right?
Yeah.
Now, Westbrook comes off the bench.
And Terrence Mann is still over there, right?
Yeah. So Terrence Mann and Westbrook are now that's my second unit. My second
is a really
unit is a real dangerous unit, right?
Yeah.
I got a point guard who can give you 25 if he really just stops fucking overthinking. Yeah. And then you got Terrence Mann who could easily give you 35 as well. Yeah. And so, you know what I'm saying? I like the Clippers on paper.
Yeah.
But the problem with the Clippers is that they can't stay fucking healthy.
Let's look at the Clippers roster.
They can't stay healthy. And that's the problem with the Clippers.
But that's the whole entire West damn near, because you got there's just injury problems around the whole fucking West. So Phoenix, did you see that there's no timetable for Booker to come back or for Bradley Beal to come back? I just saw that last night. I was like, what the fuck?
And then what's going to happen is Beal, one of them is going to come back, and then Durant's going to miss time for soreness.
Easy. It's coming, bro. Okay, so the Clippers have coming off the bench. They got Bones Highland. They got Norman Powell, Terrence Mann. Yeah. Oh man.
Dangerous second.
Yeah, this is
that's what I'm saying. Westbrook needs to be comfortable with the fact that he may not start every game, but he's definitely gonna play every game.
Well, they haven't updated this roster yet, and I realized that when I saw Kenyon Martin Jr. because I know he's not. He got traded. He was in that trade because I saw that Kenyon Martin was like, you know what I'm saying, they was asking him about it, that their family is kind of down about that because apparently they stay in LA. And I see that they still have Robert Covington and Marcus Morris on this team, and they're not still on the team anymore. So, but it looks like they have Mason Plumlee still there, Brandon Boston Jr., who was pretty good. They got a decent bench.
Listen, the team is not bad, but like I said, on paper, that team is dangerous. But they have to play 82 games.
Who can stay healthy the longest is really what is going to come. The Lakers might have. Well, actually, Denver. If Denver doesn't sustain any major injuries, they're going to win easily. Well, they should be in position to win easily. I'm going to be pulling for the Clippers if it gets that far. Of course, I'm going to be pulling for my Grizzlies. But
talk to me in December.
It's a lot of injuries right now.
Talk to me in December, and we'll see if this is the same conversation. I have hopes for the Clippers to make some noise, but I don't see them making too much noise because Kawhi's due to miss, guaranteed to miss. So is Paul George.
I mean, but that can be said about everybody.
That wears Waldo.
So you got Denver winning then again.
Well, cakewalk.
Yeah.
As long as nobody goes down with an injury, cakewalk.
Yeah.
Phoenix can't stay healthy. The Warriors are going to have inner locker room beef with Chris Paul. I guarantee by December, Chris Paul starts acting a fool because somebody's getting into his ear talking.
For sure.
You're a Hall of Fame point guard. Why the fuck you're not starting?
Yeah.
The whole time you don't need to start. Let's see. I don't see the Grizzlies making too much noise.
Well, I didn't even realize, bro. Update from last episode. My Grizz, everybody know I'm a Grizz through and through. I had no idea that Steven Adams was out for the year. I was like, what the fuck? That blew me. I vaguely remember somebody saying something about that, like overhearing somebody talk about that. I'm thinking they were talking about last season because he damn near missed the entire year last year. I had no idea. This man had literally just got hurt like 3 days before we did the last podcast, and they say he's out for the year. He had to have knee surgery. That is a crushing blow. On top of that, we're missing we're missing Brandon Clark because he tore his ACL. We are really thin up front. So that's going to hurt, man. I feel like I would love for us to try to get a trade package together to pull in my guy who was the center from the Celtics last season. Robert Williams. He
went to
he with the Blazers. Yep. So
hey, look out for the Blazers.
Yeah, the Blazers are decent. But if we were able to get our hands on a player like that, because we don't have to have like the most skilled big. We just need a big
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson. Oh, yeah.
Mitchell Robinson. He is nothing more than a more athletic JJ.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't mind.
His basketball IQ is just really bad. But he defensively.
Yeah. So that's what I actually want like that stout defensive player that like can just stand down there. Because like let's say we go against Denver. I mean, nobody can stop Jokic, but I would rather have like a big body to go up against them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then Jaren Jackson Jr. can come over to help and swat some shots. You know, here and there.
I would look at Jonathan Isaacs on the Magic. He's as far as defensive. I think the only thing that you have to worry about is a surgically repaired knee. Other than that, we
talking about the dude that didn't kneel for the anthem.
Listen, we're not worried about that. We're worried about basketball. Mm-hmm. And Jonathan Isaac is another one. But you know, who else would be great? Yeah, Jonathan Isaacs. I think also
I hear
dude from the Pistons.
Yeah.
Is it Maxwell? Yeah, I think his name's Maxwell or something like
that.
Okay,
yeah, the one that was trying to fight Braun.
Oh yeah, the one that fought Braun. Yeah.
We could get Andre Drummond, big cuz up off the waiver wires. I would like this is a bombshell I'm gonna throw out there. This isn't like likely to happen, but I hear that my guy Embiid might be on the trading block because he's going to ask out sooner or later because the 76ers will no longer have a window. If we were somehow able to put together a package to land him, it'd be crazy.
The Knicks have threw 15 draft picks at the 76ers, and they have said no.
Of course, and they're in the same conference too.
I agree, but Daryl Morey does not want to trade Embiid because if you trade Embiid, you are telling the fans that it's over. Mm-hmm. We're not competing this year and possibly next year, and I don't think they're ready for that realization. And I think that's the only problem. You hold on to Embiid for another season, get as much as you can out of him, and then if he starts complaining, then that's when you start going, okay, fine. But the Knicks were they threw Julius Randle, they threw RJ Barrett, they threw Evan Fournier at him, they threw 4 picks and 2 pick swaps. So I mean that for Embiid and Tobias Harris, that's a great deal. Honestly, I mean I'd take that, but I think they're waiting for.
Tobias is crazy, by the way.
It's a silly but yeah, for sure. I mean like that's a great fucking trade. But I think they're waiting for more. But the Knicks are hungry for a player. I mean they said they want Cap, but Cap's too fucking expensive.
You know who the Knicks could pick up?
Last year was still I don't want that.
Yeah, no. You know who I would pick up if I was the Knicks? Joe Smith. Because I hear that his wife is now doing OnlyFans, and maybe a veteran minimum, league check would supplement whatever she's making on OnlyFans.
So,
which I can't find on.
Sidebar, right? Joe Smith, great NBA journeyman, gave you 15 and 10.
15 and 10.
Apparently.
$65 million made throughout his NBA career. $66 million.
Apparently, when he met Shorty was a porn star, and I guess he did a Drake and said, "I can take you away from this." Oh. And then she stopped doing it.
Oh.
And now but this is what she said. This is why a lot of people are really hating her for it. She said that he wasn't giving her attention, and she wanted attention, so she did OnlyFans. Now, I wholeheartedly agree with Homie's assessment of him leaving and saying I can't do this. Simply because of the fact that why are you so thirsty for attention? There's other ways to get attention. He said that. There's other ways to get attention. You could have posted a scantily clad pic and I would have been okay with it. But for you to do OnlyFans.
So
butt-ass
thing. She didn't do it for money?
No, she's doing it because she wants attention. Remember when everybody was looking at Aisha Curry weird because she said I wanted attention?
Yeah.
And they was like, why? Why do you need attention? That same fucking
I feel so.
Except her brain is so used to just being naked. That's what she feels comfortable. Her brain she used to be a porn star, so her brain is just used to being naked. So she's like, "Fuck it, I'm just show my pussy and get paid to do it."
This is amazing because I honestly wouldn't. I understand where both of them are coming from. She is ultimately wrong because she could have talked to him about this first, like, you know what I'm saying? And then if y'all both didn't feel the same way about the shit, then boom, okay, we're gonna go about our business. But you also tried to make a hoe into a housewife. And she literally said that to him in so many words. She said, "You knew what I was before we got together." She literally told the man that. So I can't go out here and try to wipe a prostitute.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Loving women authentically.
Oh my God.
See
Bravo.
Yes. Correlation.
Yeah, bro.
But also sidebar. Putting your OnlyFans on LinkedIn is sick work. Okay?
Yeah, that's what she did?
Yeah, she said it was on LinkedIn. I said, that is sick. First of all, LinkedIn is business Facebook. How dare you muck it up by putting your OnlyFans? Could you imagine you got a business headshot and then you got an OnlyFans bio and I'm like, wow.
Hey, bro, she's in the business of pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no bigger business than pussy. Ain't no business like show business.
Sick fucking work. Oh, imagine just scrolling on fucking LinkedIn and you're like, OnlyFans.
Okay, hold on. That's crazy, yo. Like, but so I understand where she's coming from. I understand where he's coming from. More importantly, I see she was crying or whatever on Shade Room earlier.
Because she knew what the fuck she done was wrong. Listen,
why would you record that too?
If you're confident in yourself and you knew what you was doing was right, you wouldn't be crying about it.
Why would you record his reaction? I thought this shit was fake.
For protection. I thought it was fake too. I thought it was a marketing scheme.
Yeah, I still think it might be fake because it's like, why the fuck?
There's a part of me that really thinks that they're just doing this for publicity.
They want more people to sign up.
Yeah, they want people to sign up, and he's pretending to be angry about it, so she can rake in millions of dollars, and he can be like, "Ha ha, suckers." But if this is true, like this just goes to show you that it doesn't matter what you do. As a man, you are fucked.
Damn,
you're fucked.
Exactly, because I mean, I'm not gonna subscribe to her OnlyFans, but I am going to go look for her old porn. I don't want to see it because this is fucking crazy. Reddit, yeah, all this shit. But I went to Reddit earlier. They didn't have the OnlyFans shit up. I didn't know if she was getting naked on OnlyFans or not. I was like,
she's showing. She's smiling.
No. There's tons of pages where women aren't even getting naked. They showing their feet. They showing.
No, that's feet finder. Okay.
No, I'm saying they doing all type of shit.
Women, listen. Too Short said it best.
Asian doll is doing it. Asian doll, whatever her name is.
Asian doll is showing titties.
No, you talking about the one from Dallas, the rapper?
The Asian doll.
She's not getting naked on this.
The fuck she is.
Hey man, show me the Reddit because when I saw it on Reddit, there was no nipples.
First of all,
there was no nipples.
So listen, Twitter porn has me in the choke a little bit, right? So. There's one where she was showing titties, and then I guess it was so. But I'll say this: it was like see through, so it wasn't like bare.
That's
titty.
what I'm saying. Like this ain't
titty. It was like titty with a cover.
You can see that at the club right now. Go to fucking.
What I never understood, right, is that
go to Rocksteady.
Millions of coochie down, like in the area, and then here you are paying $29.99 for some coochie you're never gonna get. I don't care enough. If I were to see naked girl, I just go outside.
Nah, it's naked women all over the place.
Yeah, go outside. It's like what 53 degrees today.
It's no longer
and girls are still naked. So yeah. Like,
it's no longer 1991 again.
Yeah, girls are naked right now, with their furry slippers because they're cold and see-through spandex in a little halter top.
Yeah,
stomach. And I'm like, it's 53 degrees.
So I will not put her in the naked category. I'm just saying. So that's why I didn't know
what your titty print looked like. You're naked.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want my chick out there doing it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like at this point, there's a lot of women out there that's just skating by on there. They're wearing a lot of it's women that got OnlyFans that's only wearing bathing suits and shit. Like it's a lot of chicks getting over.
Celebrities listen, I've never gave a shit about a celebrity, and I'm not paying no $29.99 a month to see you wear the same shit you can wear on Instagram. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey man.
But also Reddit got all of this.
Speaking of not giving a fuck. Yeah. Reddit. Speaking of not giving a fuck, man. This might. I don't know. I feel like a lot of fans right now ain't giving a fuck about this NFL season because it seems like the most wide open season of all time, or like maybe that makes you buy in more because every team seems to be 500.
Tell that to my motherfucking DraftKings.
Right. What is going? Like, there's literally one team that's like so the Eagles are 7-1, I think, right? Damn, we flying through this season kind of quick too. By the way, they're 7-1, but like, there's like no other team that is like consistently doing good. Like they got their ass whooped so bad, like that I can't even. They what? What happened? Break this down, because I ain't talking about this weekend. I'm talking about.
Hold on, I hear you. Lions,
what was the score in that game?
Hold on now. Lions scores. Let's see, 20. Listen, like I say, 26, 38, 6, 26, 16. What are you talking about? 42, 24, 30.
42, 24. Was that a loss?
They lost to the Lions 37-31. That was probably their. Yeah, that 20. Yeah, brother, what are you talking about? You talking about the Jaguars when they lost 25-7?
Yeah, 25-7. That was crazy.
That was preseason.
That can't be what I'm talking about.
That's preseason.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it. No, it was when they played the Ravens. They lost 38-6. How did you just skip over that? Like when you was looking for?
Because it's not here.
It's right here, October 22nd. They lost 38-6.
Okay, that's one bad loss, sir.
Bro, you cannot lose by 32 points to another playoff team, and literally they could not find the end zone.
I will say this though,
and I believe it.
Lamar Jackson is finally learning how to be a pocket passer. He's giving the ball to his.
They say this once per year, everybody.
Hey, listen, I agree. He's learning how to be a pocket passer. He's learning to feel the pressure and actually use his arm and trust his arm. I give him that. Yeah. He's down in rushing yards from his previous seasons around this time. I give it to him. I will give him his props and say he didn't just take the money and say fuck life.
Right.
Like Daniel Jones did. Okay. But I will say, like I said, there's a lot of parity in the NFL, but I think that's what makes the NFL so great. It's the fact that you never know who is going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the beauties of the NFL, that you have your juggernaut teams, and then you have a bunch of teams that surprise you every year. This year is the Lions. I think last year it was the was it the Bengals? I don't remember. The Bengals Browns. It was one of the teams. Yeah, there was a sleep. There were you have a lot of sleeper teams. Nobody really thought it was gonna be the Lions out here really whooping people's asses like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So you really have to enjoy the NFL for what it is. I mean, like I said, with the NBA, you have your top-heavy teams, right? You have all the teams every year. You can say 6 teams, you're guaranteed, but they'll make some noise. With the NFL, you can sit there and say, "Hey, this team's gonna take it," right? And then they go fucking 2-6.
Right?
You're like, "The fuck's going on?" So I think that's what makes the NFL like that much more exciting. Hell, even the Chiefs.
That is exciting.
Even the Chiefs are faltering.
It's definitely exciting, but it's just like at this point, it's just like damn, like it's not two rival teams or one big boy over here, one big boy over here that's on course for a head-on collision. So it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Ray said, yo, would y'all date an OnlyFans shorty if she used to have one?
Yeah, I did. Let me tell you, it was fun.
Date? I mean, you gotta define date.
It's fun. Listen.
Like, would I fuck around with one? Would I go out on a date with her here and there, or would I be in a relationship with her?
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, that's such and such." Yeah. Nah.
I mean, it depends. Was she fucking on OnlyFans, or was she doing solo content too? Like, either way is a problem, but at the same time, one ain't as big a problem. And like, if you were doing solo content, it's cool. I ain't really sure. If I like you anyway, this is men loving more authentically. Like
you look, see how you flies in there now.
Yeah,
loving authentically.
Yeah, we like you. We like.
Look at Adam 22. That's loving authentically.
This is loving. That is a wild boy, man.
That's definitely loving authentically.
Yeah, is it?
What he said? He said after the shoots, he get pampered with a little hot towel. Little Aquafina.
Little cuck action.
Little Aquafina. I mean,
that's like crazy.
Giving her all the love and support.
He said, be with her. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just depends on what she was doing on OnlyFans. If she doing feet pictures on OnlyFans, yeah, baby, come on home. You know what I'm saying? If you doing bikini pictures, yeah, I got you. If you was doing a little solo shit, it's borderline. May not be able to fuck with you, but I might. You know what I'm saying? But if you was on there getting smashed by several dudes and shit,
I know a couple dudes and a couple girls that do OnlyFans, right? And they say their dating life is normal. It's just that some of them, when they hear that they do it, they kind of get apprehensive about it. But I mean, they said there's no drop off. If anything, they're like, well, you got all the money. You know what I mean? So I mean, like I said, but I will say, I think girls are more accepting of a person who does OnlyFans than guys are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I think what my guy friend was saying, it was like, yo, I could just pull out a lot of money, put it on the table, and say, are you gonna accept me? And they'll be like, yeah, I can overlook it. While if it's reverse, they'd be like, I don't give a fuck about your money. You took 10 dicks. Like, don't touch it. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
that's why I couldn't go to the DR like these niggas be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say everybody's single, right? I would rather go to a place where I might get some pussy, like where I might meet a chick and it might go down. Like I'd rather go to Miami, you know what I'm saying? Like or go to Vegas or go to wherever where it might go down than go to DR where I know this beautiful ass chick is in my face, but she just had 10 dicks in her mouth this morning. Like I can't really, I'm just gonna be really disgusted by every time she try to touch me. I'm like jumping and shit. Like I'm not gonna enjoy that. But I know a lot of dudes will. I'm just not like
it is like I think there's a bunch of YouTubers that really like document like going across the world. They said Brazil, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, and Thailand are the easiest places
to get pussy. Yeah, for sure.
They said the cheapest for sure is Dominican Republic.
Yeah,
is
$20. Yeah, they not playing out there.
Buy one get one.
My boy just went out there with his girl last week. The one that was just here when you pulled up. Oh, he was out there with his wife last week and she pregnant and a prostitute walked us in as soon as they got there and it was like $150 for both of y'all. And they was like, what? And so like they had to Google it because she said it in Spanish or whatever. They had to like do the Google Translator. And then it was like
translating solicitation is crazy.
Crazy.
Like, what did you say? What did it say? Cool.
That shit crazy as fuck, man. Anywho, man, we about to speaking of like we've been talking about like a lot of men and women relations, man. We are at a time right now in America or just in society, period, where like it is so much men versus women propaganda. Like it's fucking crazy. Like we can't just all just come out and be like, okay, this is right, this is wrong. It always has to be like women siding with women and men siding with men. Like this shit is fucking weird, man. Like I feel like it's always been like women empowerment and always been like a lot of like misogyny going on and all of this shit. But I feel like now it's worse, like on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like men are damn near like, for lack of a better term, like I don't know, they coming off like they don't like women, and women are doing the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think about all this shit?
So I don't think the red pill community was meant to be this poisonous. I think the red pill community at one point in time was supposed to be an educational part, and it was supposed to be men kind of stepping up and saying, hey, we're not putting up women's tactics.
Explain red pill for the audience.
So the red pill just basically means that Kevin Samuels was one of the red pill guys. He wasn't fully on that side, but he was kind of the one that was holding women accountable for the messy shit that they do, the manipulation, the broken logic, the weird standards that they have and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you, like, for instance, one of them would be a woman who has kids who says she don't date men with kids. You know what I mean? Like, weird shit like that. So, you know, a lot of men, I think once Kevin Samuels died, it opened a really bad floodgate that now we can't close. Mm-hmm. And I think what's happening is now a lot of men are having these platforms. This is why I say cancel like 95% of black relationship podcasts, because it really is just a lot of just bullshit. Because it's just a lot of stuff where they just say random shit, and now it's kind of like, oh, this is what it is, and now we're having debates about it. Like, we have people who really wouldn't be talked to in public making stupid lists about where the fuck they go for dates and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, I mean, y'all are killing things that don't make no motherfucking sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we're in a world where, because everything is so instant, and now so is, you know, information, conversations, and all that stuff like that. A lot of broken information is being sent out, and we're having these debates about it. When, in essence, do what works for you. I mean, do what works for you. I think no two relationships are alike. You know, what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. But I think we're having these general conversations, and we're making these false standards. And now, you know, it's just not. We created a war where it's men versus women the whole time. It really just should be just doing the right thing, or love versus love, or whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
And now it's bad. Like, it's to the point where we don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore, because of the fact that we're just having these fucking debates. This niggas going on tour having these conversations. You got niggas yelling into mic, soft-spoken hooligan ass niggas, start telling, love your woman. If you don't love your woman, you're a bastard. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? So it's just like, there's so many podcasts trying to hold men accountable, and then as soon as a man says something as women need to relax, it's an uproar, right? Like it's like, whoa, why is he being a weirdo? Like why is he being misogynist? Like, you know, and granted, there is a lot of niggas that are real aggressive with it, real aggressive. It's like women shut the fuck up and burn and stay the fuck up. I'm like, okay, cool, I got you, but you know, if we don't have that dialogue, especially that real articulated dialogue, then we're always going to be there.
Yeah, it's bad right now because like certain things, man, we should be able to agree on. You know what I'm saying? Like and it shouldn't take like so much convincing. You know what I'm saying, on either behalf. Like nowadays, you'll see a man kills a woman kills a man or something, like because she didn't like him being parked close to her car or something, and then a woman will be like, well, you know, he must have did, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, they'll try to justify the shit.
But I will say women will justify murder if it helps their point.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Literally, I've seen it like several times. So, hey, we're gonna do our part to kind of justify this shit. So we're gonna not slightly pivot. We're gonna do something to actually have people see that we are above just siding with, you know, I just tell you. Like we're gonna see, like, well, you know, we're gonna see if we can agree on all this shit. We're gonna go through the men's list of women to not date, and we're gonna go through the women's list of places to not take them on the first date, and we're gonna see what we think about this shit. All right. So this right here, let me pull it up. Let's see, because these lists were fucking ridiculous.
They were funny though. I will say that.
I will say. Okay, well, I'll save that point. So on the women's list of places that that you should not take a woman out to eat for the first date, number 1, Cheesecake Factory. That's just dumb as fuck. Why can't I take a bitch to Cheesecake Factory?
Apparently, cheesecake is bad, and plus a lot of black people are lactose intolerant. I see the
strictly health vision.
I see the vision.
Man, Cheesecake Factory is a phenomenal restaurant. Fuck yeah.
If you're not lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Let's see. Applebee's, I wholeheartedly agree with it. That is fucking dog food in a can.
I agree with that.
So
and the fact that y'all out here drinking 12 $1 margaritas shows me the lack of care for your body and the lack of and the alcoholism that you guys are partaking in.
You are drinking fucking transmission fluid.
Yeah, you guys are drinking trash. You're not even drinking Tito's. You guys are drinking some shit that was made in the well. You guys are getting fucked up and making TikToks about it. Talking about Applebee's got me right.
Hey, get the fuck out of it. Applebee's has always been a trash restaurant. Okay, we're gonna go to Chili's. Chili's used to be good. Chili's nowadays, they fell off.
You go to by yourself. You trying to watch the game real quick.
Yeah.
You don't.
But it's not a bad spot.
You don't take the chick there. You take the kids there. You take the kids there. Something like that.
Chipotle has had so many fucking health violations over the years. They have had E. coli like for as far back as I can remember. Like they have been having E. coli outbreak. So I don't even suggest you take yourself to Chipotle.
Chipotle is Mexican McDonald's.
Chipotle. Olive Garden. I mean, unless you're dating the Greek old white woman, like I don't get it. Like
nah. You know why I hate Olive Garden? Because you women ruin shrimp Alfredo. You Alfredo warriors, I hate y'all. So Olive Garden definitely. I wouldn't take myself there. So I'm not taking you.
I'm good on that. The movies, I get it. So you can't do the movies. It's a caveat though. You have to go out to eat first and then go to the movie. So you can have. If this is a first, so these are a list of places that women don't want to go on the very first date. So that is the piece that you have to pay attention to. So no, you don't want to go to the movies on the first date if that's the only thing you have on the agenda.
Hey, what's going on? You like this part of the movie?
Right, exactly. Oh my God, this is so good. Like, it's like you don't learn nothing about the person going to the movie. Now, we used to do that as kids all the fucking time. As teenagers, that's the literally one, like, because you need your parents to drop you off and you need to be gone for hours. So it makes sense.
If you're over 19, the movies is not the vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not the vibe. So, your house, I mean, if you're trying to get straight to brass
COVID, that was a vibe.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, during COVID, it was the vibe. Yeah. My house, we chilling. I got the bottle. That was the movement. And now a lot of niggas really think a lot of niggas are still in COVID. You know what I'm saying?
If y'all just trying to fuck, then cool. If you actually have any intent on getting to know this person, being at your house is not the best move. Plus, you wouldn't advise your daughter to go to somebody's house the very first day they meet them. Like, that's just dangerous for all parties involved. That's even dangerous for your sons now. For us, like, it could be a whole setup. This bitch could give setup vibes. Like,
beat up. You seen the movie Honey Pot? Scared the shit out of me. Honey Pot is about a guy who was tricked by a girl and ended up getting killed. It's a true story. He got killed because he fell in love with a girl, and the girl used it to her advantage, and then I guess her real nigga, her boyfriend, tried to rob him, stole it, beat the man, killed the man.
Damn. Yo, I can't.
Had me shook to death. I said, "Oh, you women are trifling."
I can't make this shit up. That literally just happened in real life. With this, check this out, y'all. A dude met a woman online, decided to go out with her. She had a boyfriend. It was a whole setup. I think they robbed the guy. Bro, they set this man on fire and threw him off of a bridge. The man's fucking survived and identified these motherfuckers. Now they're in jail. Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Florida. That's all I gotta say. Florida, man.
You should have known that. I'd have been like, that sounds plausible as fuck.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy, bro.
When you said Florida, I was like,
yeah. Let's see. Any fast food chain, I agree. Because if you take a motherfucker to McDonald's and all of these
depends on where you are and
your age. Situation. It depends on your age. Yeah. Because you can do this. You can do this if you're 19, if you're 20. If you're 20, if you like 18, like although these kids nowadays are bougier than we were.
Don't let a woman who don't have money in her account tell you where to go. Tell her to pay for it. Yeah. She says, "Oh, you broke? No, you broke."
You think you could take a chick to Burger King on the first day? That's not cool.
Yeah, if you're over a certain age, then it's disrespectful. But I mean, for sure.
Buffalo Wild Wings. What the fuck wrong with Buffalo Wild Wings?
It's a sports.
We might be catching the game, and we eat. We can talk.
Nah, I see the box. Sports bar. She's against it. She don't like it. She's mad. Yeah.
It depends on who you talking to. You might be going out on a date with the chick that you met at the Falcon game. You know what I'm saying? She might be into that shit.
Conversation. You too busy yelling why the Falcons can't get past the 10-yard line.
Nah, fact. Wingstop. Who the fuck would go to? That's just stupid. That falls under the fast food chain. Red Lobster. But I thought Beyonce said.
No, she said they take us to Red Lobster. Was it? She said, "Fuck me so good, I took the nigga to Red Lobster." Yeah,
it should be good for you if it was good for him, because y'all was screaming.
She took him to Red Lobster because that's all she can afford.
Beyonce. I think she could buy the whole.
She brought the chain. She was speaking to the women that buy her music.
A buffet is kind of weird, but like, cause you trying to get stuffed on this first date?
Hey,
I don't know. Like,
fights.
No Dwight. Let's see.
Jesus Christ.
IHOP.
IHOP is a vibe if you. But you have to play IHOP. Yeah, you have to play IHOP real right. Like, let's say we both got off work or something like that. You try to see her. You're like, I really just want to see you. Let's go to IHOP. That's the play, right? You don't just sit there and say at 12 in the afternoon, let's go to IHOP. Yeah, Denny's. That's IHOP. Same thing. IHOP. The gym is crazy. The gym works if you're a gym rat and she's a gym rat. This is
that's not a date though. It's just we're working out together. Like at that point,
I mean, but
like,
it's still.
And you can do that with your homeboy. That's not a date.
There's girls who live in the gym and will be like, "Oh, nah, fuck with it."
I feel you, but that's not a date though. Like imagine you take her to the gym, she got you holding the camera, and she get this angle. Like
get the angle. That's how I do my set.
Church.
That kind of
works. It depends on where y'all met and what are y'all into. Like, cause if y'all are two people that met in church and y'all are like, two devoted Christians or Muslims or whatever y'all are, like I can see that working, but at the same time it kind of falls into the movie lane, because like you can't talk at church either.
True.
You know, he's like, hey man, this dude Jesus they talking about, hey, like
Not you said fucking Will Smith.
you know what I'm saying? He was that dude, you hear me?
Just like fucking Will Smith.
He was turning water into wine, you know?
You
Like,
seen that?
Hey man, wait till you get to the next. Like, this crazy.
You read the Old Testament, the New Testament gonna fuck you up.
Crazy, yo. It's my favorite song. I don't know why.
This hymn has me shook.
That's crazy. So okay, Starbucks. Starbucks could actually work.
Starbucks works
because we hold. Stop. I don't even drink coffee, but people hold as a society. We hold Starbucks in such a fucking high regard. Yeah, like
Starbucks works.
It works. It just does.
Find the right woman. Starbucks
the right woman. The right woman. You fucking with a chick who's a business owner, or she's a she's a chick who works in corporate America. She got 20 minutes before she goes to work. Hey, well, I know you go to that Starbucks every morning at 7. Let me meet you up there. Let me buy you a croissant. Let me. Yeah, boom, that fucking works.
Chess move, bada bing, bada.
That definitely works. So then, let's see, what else is on here? Coffee dates. That was dumb as hell because that falls under Starbucks. Ice cream dates. Ice cream dates are fucking cute, bitch. Like, if you don't like my
only in the summertime, and you have to pair it with something. Like, you got to pair it with the park or some shit like that, and then you stroll into the ice cream, or you go to a fair, you stroll in the ice cream. You can't just say ice cream.
Most ice cream places, okay, let's say Jenny's ice cream, for instance, right? It's always in a spot that's well lit with other businesses around it. You can just get you some ice cream, walk around. That shit works, man. That shit. But
you got to do something like real smooth in the front, like a picnic or something like that. And then after you go over to the ice cream, and then after that, then y'all go back to y'all place and y'all have some.
Or you can get your Jason Lyric on and you can fuck right there in the field. That's where Jada Pinkett became a freak too. She had dandelions all stuck between her ass cheeks. It was crazy. They made fucking outside seem cool. That shit ain't cool. It's hot, sweaty.
I don't know why y'all like camping so much and going to the woods. Y'all motherfuckers are scared of spiders. Y'all think bears is bears are your fucking friends? Like,
nah, straight up. Okay, you got family functions. Definitely that's out. We talking about a first date. Movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. It just depends. Like, cause that might actually end up really nice, but like I said, you wouldn't suggest that to your own daughter. So I get it.
That Are You Still Watching is undefeated.
Man, what ain't it? Somewhere that requires a long drive, of course. Cause let's say you tell a chick to meet you in Gatlinburg and it's a 2-hour drive. You get there and you hate this motherfucker, or you hate the guy. Like, that is terrible. You are then stuck in a place that...
It depends on where you're... Like, for instance, it takes an hour in Atlanta to go to Atlanta. So, like, I mean...
Depends on the time, actually. Yeah. After 7, to me, is pretty cool.
After 10 o'clock. But, yeah, Atlanta is... I mean, it really depends. If it's anything over an hour and a half, then you really got to be like, yeah, it's really worth it.
Right. Bowling, I don't get that one. That's bowling is cool.
Bowling is classic.
Yeah, bowling is cool.
Women like bowling.
Yeah, you get to see what you. She might be wifey material, and you need to see how she is on the bowling lanes, because that's what you're gonna wind up doing when you settle down as a family. It's gonna be hella bowling nights. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is.
Kiddies, man, you and the kiddos.
Exactly. Nightclubs. A club could work after you go to work. Go to eat.
A lounge. The club is not gonna work. The lounge would work more than the club.
Well, if you do the lounge has to be
grown and sexy.
It has to be grown and sexy, and you got to have a section, because if you're just standing around, then you're not really talking to each other or anything. It depends on what, because like some of these bars, it's like 100 people there, no seats. Like it's just you just.
That's why you got to find the low key spots. Shout out to
Keith Lee. Shout out Keith. Let's see. A bar just for drinks. And so, first of all, this is how I know women didn't get together and come to a consensus on this shit.
Women love drinks.
Any woman I have ever met has, I'm going to say, not any woman. I'm going to say 95% of the women I have ever met in my entire life have said, like, let's go get something to drink. So that's supposed to be the line that the man leads with. Women use that line more than men.
So they can get their lemon drops.
So they can get it, and then they can do whatever the fuck they really wanted to do.
And their Prosecco. Y'all, listen, Drake said Prosecco one time, and y'all haven't released it from the fucking vocabulary.
Straight up. Waffle House, I call this shit Waffle House, so of course. Sports events. Hey man, if I get us some courtside seats, bitch, what are you talking about? It's just that all depends on the woman.
I think whoever made this is just has a lot of trauma. Who hurt her?
She was. This is clearly one of the chicks that was dating Dwight Howard, and now she's mad because she saw that it all went.
Nah, I think she see her homegirls having the time of her lives, and they went to all those spots, and she never got. All she got was dick and bubblegum, and now she made this list.
Right.
Because she's like, oh, you fucking bitches been over here. I couldn't go here. Fuck y'all.
Right.
I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting it for all y'all.
Facts. We're gonna go through this list. The men, group of men, make a list of the kinds of women you should never take on a date. I'm just gonna run through this shit.
Army medics.
Army medics.
It's very specific.
That was super specific. I have no experience with that. Single mothers.
That's a lie.
First of all, in Atlanta, you need to date a single mother because she might be a man. Shout
out to single mothers.
Shout out to the single moms. Women with tattoos, you fucking crazy.
Shout out to y'all.
Man, the tattoos, they make shit better.
Now they got prison tattoos.
Right. Women who like to dress like this in public. And it says like this, but it doesn't show a picture.
Oh no, like this. They said, damn, the people that dress like they got clothes stuck to them and they just said, I'm gonna wear this today. Those type of motherfuckers. Remember what Andre 3000 was wearing after he fucked Erykah Badu? That's what they were talking about. That's this.
Okay, but women that dress like Erykah Badu. Yeah. Okay, cause she dressed fucking crazy shit nowadays. She just be grabbing shit out the dirty clothes hamper and put all of it on.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Like she like, I'm Erica. They gonna take this. Like, yeah. Sex workers, OnlyFans girls, mattress actors is crazy. Strippers, call girls, escorts, Instagram models, bottle girls, etc. Hey man, y'all gonna get off these bottle girls. These bottle girls be bad as fuck and they ain't showing nothing.
But the reason why I see why they said that is because it's like if they never want you to, it's like meet me at the spot. Then it's the spot they work at. Fuck you. I want to see you.
I'm saying
I'm not going to your spot.
If you were to meet a bottle girl off the clock, she feeling you, then she'll move accordingly. When that happens, I'm not mad that you're a bottle girl. Get your money, baby. Like, I ain't tripping off of that. Let's see. Women with an IG page. Women with non-ear piercing. I ain't really mad at that.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, cool. Women with purple hair or any other unnatural. Women with whole friends. What? Women models who market to men. Women who travel regularly.
Listen, I see that. The women who travel regularly, those are dangerous women. You know why? Because they want to be a 10 wherever they go because they're a 3 here.
Whoa.
For sure.
So they can travel.
Remember when the All-Star game was down here and then a lot of women from up north realized that they weren't as fly as they were? That's what happened. That's why they travel abroad.
Hey, man.
They go to Tulum and they're 10s in Tulum.
Y'all saying abroad can't travel. They can't just like to travel.
It's not traveling. No, it's not traveling abroad. I think what he's trying to say is women who constantly be traveling abroad, and then all they do is just take pictures and stuff like that. I know a girl who stayed traveling, don't got a dollar to her name, but
so somebody fuck.
Right.
So basically, he's saying you're gonna get cheated on.
She got all the fire pictures, all the pictures about all the shit that you wish you were there, not a dollar to them.
Let's see, women who live alone. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, first of all,
that's just stupid.
Somebody insecure.
Women with party voice. Hey, yo, this is a great party. That's crazy. Women on dating apps. You wouldn't know she was on a dating app unless you were on the dating app. What the fuck are we talking about? Who made this shit?
Somebody insecure.
All right. So, okay. Women who have been on Fresh and Fit. I actually agree with that.
No, I agree with that too.
Yeah, because I'm holding
on Fresh and Fit. You slow.
Yeah, fuck, man.
You slow.
You let these fucking
go.
Overweight tilapia looking at us niggas tell you how to be a woman and how you ain't shit. Like, it's fucking crazy. Women who have been engaged, that's dumb as fuck. Like,
I low key get it, because why you not engaged no more? Are you crazy?
It could have been either one of them, like, that broke the engagement off. Hence why it doesn't make sense.
I get it.
Divorcees. No, what? American black women. See, you lost. You lost me with that shit. What the?
It was nah. This is
women raised in the West.
That's America.
Yeah, so
that's everybody. Nah, Passport made that. Shout out to Passport.
So what is
that? Toxic.
Is Africa considered the Western world? What is that?
Western. They're talking about
straight United States. That means
United States.
You need to go out of
Canada.
So
United States, Britain, and Canada.
Which one of these lists will worse?
The men's. I ain't gonna hold you. The men's is just kind of crazy.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. So we're going.
I think it was just really them being funny. I fuck with it. But that woman's one, there's a lot of women who said I agree.
Yeah. So I really feel like this women's list was just men being petty as fuck to get back at women for having such a horrible list. Mm-hmm. So they didn't believe this shit. They just kind of threw some shit out there just to, it was just threw some shit at the wall.
Something that really just made me laugh. That woman's list. So there's a woman right now who agrees with that.
Nah.
Also, hey, listen, sidebar. If you agree with Jada Pinkett Smith, I'm judging you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm judging you.
For sure.
All the women that were sitting there saying Jada's not wrong, I'm judging the fuck out of you.
Hell yeah. Oh, speaking of judging, Jay-Z told a story recently about how when he goes back home for the holidays, like he hates it, he dreads it because his family asked him for money. Now I learned two things out of this. One, these motherfuckers eat dinner with this nigga at least twice a year, and they're still not billionaires. So give me the 500,000.
Take the fucking money.
So that disproves that bullshit off top. And two, he was complaining as a fucking billionaire about. He said, it was this one story was about his cousin that asked for like $4,500, and he didn't want to give it to his cousin to start a business. And I'm gonna ask you a yes or no question real quick, and then you just answer that, and then I'm gonna tell you why I think this shit is absolutely trash. Is Jay-Z wrong for not wanting to give his cousin $4,500 to start a business when you're a billionaire?
It's not a yes.
Truthfully,
it's not a yes or no question, but since you only give me two options, yes. But there's a reason why
okay.
I'm on the fence about it. But as of right now, gun to my head, yes.
Okay, and I agree with you that he's wrong for this because of one fact and one fact only. Like, because first of all, I'm not gonna be tripping if I'm a billionaire. You literally have to give some money away because the taxes are so fucking crazy. You might as well just do something that's gonna give back to people.
I think Elon Musk said he paid almost $127 million in taxes.
Yeah, the more you hold on to the shit, the more you have to pay out in taxes. You might as well get rid of that shit. Period. Plus, you can never spend $1 billion anyway. So, nigga, do something with it, help people out. And I'm not saying he doesn't.
Tell Joe Biden
that. Yeah, for sure, he does. You just have to live in Ukraine. But this is the thing right here with Jay-Z in this story about $4,500. Nigga, you don't want to give your cousin $4,500 to start a business which could help turn his life around, but you go get 21 Savage out of jail and all these other fucking rappers who go to jail. You want to go get niggas out of jail who are already rich and don't need your money? Man, make that make sense to me, people. I understand y'all love Jay-Z and y'all want a two-hand twist golf the nigga. Bro, be real. You cannot make it you can't like that's how niggas be talking about Jay-Z. Like yo, I don't know. Like it's just like he can't do no wrong.
He can't. I don't know why people say that, but I mean I get it.
Yeah,
I think so. Like I said, I agree with you, and the reason why is simply just because of the fact that we don't know the backstory. If we're going off of just what was said, like the way he's telling the story, then I mean it's wrong. But if that person, you gave him money before and he squandered it, then I see why you're like, hell no.
For sure.
But I mean, we're just going off the context of it, right? Where he just sees, can I get $4,500? No, nigga. We're going off of that.
I'm gonna be real though. As a billionaire, and as a fucking billionaire,
how many times are you giving your cousin $4,500 to start a business? Is he like, bro, man? And he's like, yo, I'm about to start this new thing, dog. Like, I need $500. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna get with my accountant every year at Christmas and
see how much money you can fuck.
I'm literally coming with $4,500 for everybody every Christmas. Fuck it, nigga. This money gotta go.
This is my write-off. Like,
yeah, I'm writing this shit off. Y'all helping me out. Yeah, y'all are fucking helping me out at the end of the day. I got 4,500 is literally like a dollar bill to him.
True, but I think it's exhausting. I think for him to constantly have to get that phone call. I mean, I think because I don't.
Well, he says it only happens at Thanksgiving or whichever holiday.
But yeah, I think that's what happens is that like, you know, your family, they see you, they're like, well, you're the one that made it, so help a motherfucker out, and they get kind of lazy and they get complacent. So I think like because of the fact that he's the one that made out he's the one that's successful, he's the one that has all the money. They're kind of just waiting on him to kind of spoon feed them. And he's not doing that. He's like, yo, I did this by my fucking self, or with other people. And the people that were around me that listened to me, they did this. I literally tell y'all what to do, and y'all just squander around and just wait for me to fucking give y'all money. So I understand both sides of the coin. I don't think it's crazy to not do it, but I get why he's not doing it. Why he doesn't want to do it. You know what I mean? So I think, like, to your point, I mean, it's 45. It's not like he's asking for $1 million. He's really just asking.
4,500 was crazy.
Yeah, he's really just asking $4,500. I mean, if I'm Jay-Z, I would have embellished to say he was asking 45,000 or 450,000. Yeah, that would have made the story go, oh, okay, fuck him. But for like $4,500, that's literally, I mean, that's like
if I'm a billionaire, right? I feel like as a billionaire, like I can only speak for myself. As a billionaire, I would give probably. I would count all the people, the number of people in my immediate family, or not in my immediate family, in my. They tell you when you win the lottery, they tell you like 25% of your money needs to get fucked off so you can get it back, and then they tell you to invest the other 50%, and then the other 25%, you just give to charity or you kind of invest it into something. But they said 25% of that, fuck off. If I'm a billionaire, right, and there is literally, let's say my family consists of. Let's say I have like 72 people in my family right now, right? I'm a billionaire. I can afford to literally give my whole family $1 million a piece. Like everybody, I'm doing that shit. Like that's just me. I ain't saying he has to do shit. But if I could do that, and then especially if I know I got money coming in too, that's a big one too. Like I know I'm a billionaire, but I'm constantly making like $100 million per year type shit. I'm gonna take 1 year of my salary then and just say here that way, and y'all cannot ask me for shit else going forward. Nothing. Like
point that makes a lot of sense. I think that makes a lot of sense. Giving them their seed money and telling them, hey, listen, this is it.
Yeah,
like, don't look for me. If you fuck this off, I can't help you. I don't care.
Let's say it's not $1 million. Let's say even 100,000 or a couple 100,000. Like I could do that for everybody, and this shit is not even a drop in the bucket for me. Like I could do that.
I mean, but this is why I say it. This is why I see a lot of celebrities saying, "Oh, I don't want to leave money for my kids," because a lot of celebrities are saying that. I think, what was it, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis? They said they weren't doing that. Bill Gates said he wasn't doing that. Warren Buffett said he wasn't doing that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what it's like to live a life of luxury, and then your dad or your mom is sitting there saying, "Hey, listen, when I die, this money's going with me to other people, and it's going to everywhere else." You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you said Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher said
they're donating all their money out. Like they're not leaving nothing to their kids.
It sounds good. It sounds like they're trying to get the monkey off their kids' back by
motivating them to be something. I think that's what they're scaring them or something like that. But Bill Gates was dead ass serious, and so was Warren Buffett. They were dead serious. But I mean, like I said, I get the approach from both sides. I think that at the end of the day, you have to teach your kids responsibility, and you have to teach your kids resilience. And I think it doesn't come with money.
Yeah, I mean, they're also setting their kids up anyway, and they're saying this as an attention grabber for the public, right? And it might be to tell people like, hey, my kid ain't rich, so don't try to attack my kid and all this shit. But they're not. Yeah, he ain't got it. But at the same time, they never said that they wasn't leaving their kid no money. Like they didn't already set up a fund or put money into
I'm sure there's an emergency trust fund, but I don't think they're leaving the lion's share of their wealth. I think that's what like I said.
Well, that's what they're saying. Yeah.
I mean, listen, they could be lying to us. I'm just going on what they're saying.
For sure.
They could have a secret account. Like, listen, I told them this, but here's $20 million just ready for you. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think what's happening is that like we're learning that a lot of these kids, once their parents kind of go or their parents whatever, like they just get real spoiled. I think very few kids really know what to do with money. I think very few though. I think one of them, Donald Trump Jr., doesn't know what to do with money. He acts just like his dad. will sit there and fuck off some money and then sit there and say, hey, well, I can always get it back. And then just another fucked up deal. A lot of kids from celebrities, they just get some money and just don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. But, I don't know. Jay-Z, Jay-Z's a funny fucking guy.
Definitely hilarious, man. 4,500 from a billionaire. That's crazy. Bitch, I'm gonna ask you for 4,500 every time I see you. You're a billionaire and you my cousin. Fuck, like.
I know he probably watching that shit. As soon as Thanksgiving come around, he's like, oh, fuck me, huh?
You had to say that?
Now I need 55.
No, what?
So you only get 45, up it up. What's up?
No, real talk, man. Hey, man, this has been a good episode. I think we're gonna close it out with this one caveat. I think every content creator can understand this, especially in your beginning formative stages. We really appreciate how far we come in such a short amount of time.
Word.
But I want to say to friends of content creators, please stop fucking inboxing us, telling us shit you could have said on our videos. You come off like a hater when you do it like that. Like, hey, man, that video was fucking dope, bro. Like, you know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to me about what happened in our videos in my inbox. Say that on the video so you can stimulate some engagement. Don't say you support me by inboxing. Support me
don't
out
be
loud.
A closet fan. Be open with it, like Dwight Howard wants to be.
Whoa, that went left. Support us out loud. This is for all content creators. For all friends of content creators, family of content creators, comment on their videos so they can get engagement, like, share. And I ain't saying you got to do that, but I'm saying if you're going to inbox them, we don't like that.
Yeah, it
shit.
helps the algorithm, especially if you have high followers. You go in there, you leave a comment. That comment helps because now your account's reaching it, other accounts are reaching it. So, it's all about the algorithm game. And, inboxing me or inboxing Eric is not going to fucking sit here and do anything for the algorithm. All it's going to do is just let us know you fuck with us, which is great.
It's cool. We like that. But
be open with it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we take off and shit, like, now a year down the line, 2 years down the line, 6 months down the road. Man, yeah, I was supporting you. By what? Inboxing me, nigga? Like, you didn't do anything to help this shit grow. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now when you need that 4,500 from us.
Like Jay-Z and say, I ain't got it, man.
I ain't got it, nigga. I got it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, you know what I'm saying? You like, share, subscribe and shit. We might got 4,500 for you one day. You know what I'm saying? But it's been another episode, a whole lot of cap, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We out.